Hello everyone and welcome to episode 19 of All the Mods 3. I hope you are all doing fine. Things are also good here, my allergy is gone and I can talk. Anyway, I had to craft some stuff and I had to gather some things, so I came to the main base. And when I came here, I remembered that we had a flux issue and we never fixed it. So that's on the to-do list because it looks like a cheese. Well, the cleanup is complete, so it's the end of the episode. Bye bye. No, we have other things to do. The main reason that I'm back at the main base is this. I want to use the Thaumcraft armor, but unfortunately, they suck. This armor that we got from Abyssal Craft, this is amazing. It gives me several buffs and I have a lot of lag here, and that's nice. And you're asking me for world download, you're in for a world of pain. Anyway, this armor gives me a lot of buffs, and if I don't use it anymore, I will lose those buffs. So I realized that environmental tech has been upgraded, and now we have, oh, this is a complicated recipe. We have the nanobot beacon, so we can start crafting stuff. We can have creative flight, we can, oh my god, you want me to go into advanced rocketry? Okay. Nice, everything is different. Anyway, we can have saturation, we can have strength, we can have absorption, we can have everything. And also night vision. So this is why I'm here, because I want to make a nanobot beacon. Being the lazy person that I am, I thought that I should start with the most easiest part, which ironically is the controller itself. And it can take 8 modifiers, and I think that should be enough. If it's not enough, I can go one tier higher, it's not a problem. And I think the most difficult part is the creative flight modifier. I have an angel ring, but I prefer not to wear it. So let's get started with the things that look familiar. It doesn't look familiar. What the hell is this? Cryotium coolant unit. Oh, it's just this thing in a cryotium thingy. Okay, that's easy to make. This part is the most familiar part, so I will start with the wings of the bat. I would have given one of my hands in order to get that early in the game, but right now we can craft 2 of them. Angel ring was a complicated recipe. Oh no. Oh, we need the parrots again. What am I doing? I already have an angel ring. I can use that. Anyway, we don't need that. We can go on other stuff. We have the elytras. Those are the complicated ones. The flight module from RF Tools is not a difficult thing. Let's get crafting with these things. So the glowstone elevation unit requires a hardened signalum glass. I make it from lead, so it's not the ore dictionary for it. So I'm guessing I have to make signalum glass, which is something that I've never made. So it's a tier higher than hardened glass. You need signalum blend with hardened glass in an induction smelter, and you get signalum hardened glass, which is good. Now we can make the glowstone elevation thingies. Yes, perfect. We have 2 flux modifiers. The problem is that this is getting so grindy because it's not even one part for the flight modifier, it's one of the parts for one of the parts for one of the parts. So we're not even getting close. This is so bad. Okay, we also need this, and it's a tier 3, so more crafting. I just realized that they have changed the recipe for cryotium, and I need a new pattern. So if you also update it, that's also one of the patterns which will not work. And I just switch it with the old pattern and we should be fine. Well, I just made the flux pack and we just need the armor plating, and uh-oh, it doesn't have a recipe. Really? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'll go to the wiki then. Well, according to the wiki, I have to do this in an induction smelter. Previously, you had to do it in an alloy smelter, and it doesn't work. That is very nice. Oh, so we don't have a recipe. Well, it seems that I cannot make the creative flight modifier because one of the recipes is not working. So if you... I don't know if I should cheat it in or not, but you can let me know. If I cheat it in, then I will also do the rocketry things and create the modifier. If I'm not allowed to cheat it in, then, well, I don't make it. I can use my engine ring, that's fine. Anyhow, until you guys let me know if I can cheat in the armor plating, we can at least make the other modifiers and get rid of our current armor and wear the Thaumcraft armor. I also realized that if you use 2 of the same modifier, you will get double the effect. So if you use 2 haste modifiers, you will get haste 2, and if you only use 1, you will get only haste. Anyway, I realized that I should also upgrade the nanobot controller to tier 4 because I need around 16 modifiers. So that should be okay. I'll craft the modifiers and I will bring you back. Alright guys, we're going to set the nanobot beacon here because it's already chunk loaded and it's on top of the old base, so it should be fine. It has to be 6 blocks on top of the ground, and the modifiers that I made is saturation, luck, which I don't know what it does. It's also regeneration, strength and night vision, as well as water breathing. So we should be fine and we can go back to our area. And I missed the modifier. Nice. We can just take a null modifier and put it there. Yep, it does work. Cool. We have so many modifiers that I forgot which one was from the armor, which one was from the nanobot beacon, and which one was from the nutrients mod. Anyway, the nanobot beacon does not work with the wireless energy crystals from Draconic Evolution, so I had to use a quantum entangle porter. The only thing remaining is that I have to reinstall our celestial manipulators to avoid rain and to avoid nighttime. Then we are good to go. I am back at the Thaumcraft area, and now we can wear our new Thaumcraft armor, which is very bad. It only gives me 3 points of armor. I also brought our tainted stuff from last time, and I don't know what to use them for, but I brought them anyway. Maybe they will come in handy. Alright guys, we have a problem, and that problem is that I was trying to do the Essentia smelting research, and the V crystals, which should be the primal Essentia, do not work. It has been fixed in the recent update, but in our mod pack it has not been updated yet. And apparently the only solution is either to cheat that one in or change the config files. I don't want to change the config files because it might crash the game. So I'm going to just cheat and give this research to myself. I already have the primal crystals in my inventory, so it's not that much cheating, it's just fixing a bug. I forgot the name of the research. So I have to write Thaumcraft, my name, and the name of the research. Essentia Smelting, not HG. And it didn't work. Okay, I'll Google. Well, it's been half an hour later and I finally managed to fix it. The problem was that all the cheat codes that were online was to unlock all the research, and I only wanted one research. Where is the code that I gave? Oh, okay. So this is the command, and you have to write the research name in capital letters, otherwise it will not work. And I only got that research, so it's fine. And now we can advance through the mod. The reason that research was very important is that it will allow us to smelt items into essentials and store them in warded jars. And you need these kind of essentials in order to craft anything in Thaumcraft, so you cannot advance through the mod without having that research. So I need 4 different files of Essentia, I have to gather those, and before that I actually want to extend our platform and make a Essentia place there. I'll do the construction works and I will bring you back. Well, it's not exactly a piece of art, but it will do for now. It's very plain and I know that, but I will work on the details. We will add caves, bridges, patterns, I don't know, towers maybe, supporting pillars. It should look nice. Finally, we have our Essentia Smeltry. That was a pain to craft. I also made some arcane alembics, and this is why we needed the great wood planks and the silver wood planks, the trees from Thaumcraft, and I could not remember why we needed them. I made 5 of them, but you don't need 5, you need just maybe 2 or 3, because when you empty one of them, it will go into a jar and you will be fine. So let's smelt something and see how it works. I need fuel. Thaumcraft has its own fuel, but you can also use coal, it's not a problem. And it's also not a very safe device, because 20% of whatever you smelt will be turned into flux, which is not nice. Cool. We have metallum. And when you have 10 aspects, you can right click and fill it in a file. The problem is that right now we cannot do anything about that 3 metallum which is inside, and until we make the research and create the pipes and the valves and the jars, we cannot do anything about this. Yeah, I cannot empty that. It's okay, I can break it later. And in order to do that research, we need 4 vials filled with Vithium, Vinculum, Alienus, and Alchemia. I don't know where does he come up with these names. So Vithium is the aspect that you get from taint, and our taint becomes useful now. I can smelt it and get a little bit of aspects out. For Vinculum, I was already having the crystals from the mob farm, so we should be okay. It's the trap thingy. And we have one less, so I should bring more crystals. And I got Alienus from a shulker box. And finally Alchemia from a brew stand. So I'm guessing now that I have all the files, we can complete this and I can start crafting pipes and valves. Very good. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but that thing is called warp, and it's not a good thing. It's basically meaning that I'm playing with magics that I should not, and I'm getting crazy. There is actually an insane meter or something which makes sure that you're not that crazy. And there is a soap that when you get very crazy you can wash yourself in a bath and get rid of the warp. So let's get back to the main task at hand, which is piping the Essentia out of our Essentia Smeltry. And it's very confusing sometimes because I think I should start with the valves. You need to keep everything separate and you need to have valves on every single jar or output, because both items will start, it's called suction, and both pipes will have equal amount of suction towards one Essentia. And if you do not use a valve, it could screw things up. So for now this one is open, so it's getting the Essentia inside the jar. If I turn it off and turn the other one on, then you can extract another type of Essentia in the other one. If both of them are on, it will be a problem. You can also label them so that they will be locked and bound to a certain Essentia, which is good. There is a simple item that you can make which is called an Essentia resonator, and it will show you different suctions at different sections of the pipe. And when you also click, it will tell you which item is currently being sucked by the valves or the jars or whatever, and you can easily troubleshoot the problem. I also need to tweak this setup because it's not the best. I'll do that and I will bring you back. You should remember that the smeltery itself at this level is a temporary device because we are going to upgrade it later on. So I made a few changes. First of all, I added some auxiliary venting ports and they will reduce the amount of flux. I also added 3 more valves, so we have 6 in total, and extracting the Essentia will be easier. For now the chunk is full of flux and I don't dare to play with that anymore. And I think now it's the time to go into another mod. Since we are in our magical section, I was thinking about blood magic. Well, I looked around and we have plenty of space to work with, so I was thinking that if we enter blood magic, we can make the altar and we can place it there. It also has a lot of decorative blocks which we can use for decorating our magical area, so it should be nice. Anyhow, in order to start with blood magic, you are going to need some rudimentary snare. You're going to need them in order to drop it on mobs and gather their demonic will. So our first task is to find a mob. I should also mention that at this stage of the game, blood magic or even Thaumcraft have nothing special to offer us because we already have everything. We also have creative items, which they're very overpowered. For instance, if I use blood magic in order to get, I don't know, haste, I don't need haste, I have a nano beacon. Or if I have golemancy from Thaumcraft and make a bread using a golem, it's also not very useful because I don't need food. So we're basically doing these things for fun, and I cannot find the mob. Where the hell are the mobs? I'll find the mob and I will bring you back. I just meant that we're going to do these things just for fun, nothing very functional. Well, I have found a test subject, 2 of them, a son and his father. And we are going to throw some snares at them and then we are going to kill them. And there you go, we have a demonic wheel. we needed that. So what's the number on it? It's 4, so it has 4 uses left. That is nice. I try to find more and I will bring you back. After getting your first demonic wheel, you are going to need a Hellfire Forge, and we are going to, yeah, for now we just put it here, it's okay. It doesn't take that much space. Anyway, after that we are going to need the Hellfire Forge in order to make a sentient sword, and we are going to make it now. The Hellfire Forge does not function without a demonic wheel, and each crafting takes 1 demonic wheel out of your total number, so after this crafting it should be 3. I'm going to make a petty tartaric gem because we are going to need that in order to make the sentient sword, and this was not a shapeless crafting. Come on, what would have been the difference? Okay, so we have our petty tartaric gem. Then we put the iron sword in, our petty tartaric gem in, and our demonic wheel inside. And we should get our sentient sword, if I did everything correctly. And I did. Very cool, very nice. So with this we are not going to need the rudimentary snares anymore, and this will give us the demonic wheels. And I think I should put some sharpness, mending, I don't know, which books do I have? Do I have mending? Okay, I've been prepared, I guess. I didn't remember having them. What else do we need? Looting? Yeah, okay, that's nice. And I also need an anvil. Fine, and we ran out of anvils. Make 100. I don't know, I have hundreds of thousands of iron and I don't know what to do with them, so we might as well make some anvils. I'm also going to make another petty tartaric gem because if you guys remember soul shards, we had the soul shard in order to gather souls. A petty tartaric gem is also like a soul shard, but it gathers demonic will. So let's go and gather some. When you have the tartaric gem in your inventory, the mobs no longer drop the demonic wheels. So did you just shoot yourself? The mobs will no longer drop the demonic wheel, and if you need demonic wheel in order to craft something, just remove the tartaric gem from your inventory. Oh, crystals. So for instance, right now I remembered that I'm going to need a demonic wheel in order to craft a blood altar. So I put the tartaric gem in my pouch and now I'm getting the demonic wheels. You can use the tartaric gem in the Hellfire Forge and it will have the same effect. And how do I get out? But it will not be just a crafting item, so you cannot make the blood altar with that. So now we can craft our blood altar. Very cool. The mod itself is called blood magic, so we are going to need blood. Right now I don't have any sacrifices, so we are going to sacrifice ourselves. And for that we are going to need a sacrificial dagger. And why can't I craft it? Oh, okay. 2x2. I need my wireless thingy. So we craft this and then we can stab ourselves and donate our blood to the altar. So how did we do that? No. Okay. Oh, just right click. Yeah. Did you get blood? I have so much hearts, I can do this all day. And we have regen and saturation, so technically I don't even need to do other sacrifices, I can just do this. It's almost full. Oh wow. Okay, maybe I should not kill myself. You don't actually die, it just goes to half a heart. And no magical mod is complete without an orb, and in order to make the first tier orb, we are going to need to put a diamond on top of our blood altar. And you don't do it like that. Sorry. You right click and it will stay there. You have to wait until it consumes 2000 millibuckets of blood, and I just realized that like a few seconds ago we donated 10 liters of blood. I didn't know humans have that much. Blood altars have different tiers, and in order to make it easily, there is a book called Inspectoris Scandalum, and I don't know who came up with that name. It will show you a hologram of how to make it. So, in order to make the book itself, you just have to put a normal book on top of your altar and it will convert. So we are going to need 8 blank ruins. You can also put modified ruins, but I'm just going to put blank ones because it's easy. So we're going to craft those and we can upgrade our altar. And of course we can create our second tier of orb using a redstone block, and we need more blood. And it should be ready any second, yes. Finally we have our second tier of orb. I think anyway, today we had enough magic. It should be the time to wrap up the episode before it gets super long. In between episodes, I will try to work on this area and try to make it more homely, and maybe try to put a space for blood magic as well. Anyhow, it's time to wrap up the episode, guys. As always, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.